just wanted to say something in a quick way, in a constructive way, in relation to Google, who has purchased YouTube from the prior owner, which I was a part of prior to Google's acquisition of this forum. Now, I was kind of happy, and I remain somewhat happy about the acquisition. And I did, especially in the early days, because there was a forum in which somebody who was just starting could have some sort of hope to rise above whatever minuscule job they might have. Even though no job's minuscule, you're playing a part in the proper operation of a nation. But sometimes a lot of people don't get paid what they're worth, and so when you can make videos on the side and get monetized for them, it was it was kind of a hopeful thing for a lot of people just getting started. And then all of a sudden there came a point in which you had to have so many views and so many likes or dislikes or whatever it was. I haven't read the things in a while. That if you didn't have all that, then all of a sudden you couldn't get monetized. So it was almost like, the people that are spouting off about the underprivileged and used to lend a bit of a hand for them to rise up on their own to help themselves. They had a way to do it while they were working their jobs that seemed minuscule, even if they were grateful to have a job in the first place. So I think that Google and YouTube and the whole complex that it is this corporation that provides awesome services, by the way, you might want to rethink that a little bit, because now a lot of common folk out here are thinking that you're selling out. Now, I happen to be monetized at the moment. There was a time when it was taken away because I didn't meet that criteria. Now, I don't necessarily need to be monetized, but it's nice, and I don't get a heck of a lot out of it, but it's nice. But I remember working a job when I didn't get anything. That was worthy of all of the things that I was doing, and I was working with a whole bunch of other people that were in the same boat. But at least we were contributing to society, and we could come home and we could do something on the side to help pay the bills, the basic bills that our daily jobs weren't even allowing for. When you factor in gasoline costs to drive there and everything else, and not being exorbitant, just the basics, natural gas or electricity, garbage service, and whatever else you have. Some are tied to sewer payments a month, and I happen to have a septic tank, but it's just there's just the basics. Apart from the internet, which is my one splurge, okay. It was very difficult for me in those days. Now I don't have to worry about it so much, but I still don't really have any hope of retiring. I think that you ought to reconsider Google. The idea of giving the small, I hesitate to say small person, because none of us are small, we're all human beings, but those who who are in a lower category, if you want to categorize people instead of calling us all human beings in the first place, uh, they don't have the ability to begin monetizing right away. You used to give them that ability, and that's what I liked quite a bit about it. I thought that this forum was great that way. You know, I thought you were really doing something incredibly positive. I mean, there are a lot of things we can fight against, from one ideal to another, and we butt heads all the time, and that's not solving anything. And everybody wants something. This side wants something from somebody. This side wants something from somebody. That doesn't work anymore. We're seeing it now. It's come to a culmination. So what's the answer? To stop the lip service and put your beliefs and your energies towards something that doesn't take from either or, but shares a little bit of the profits that are coming. And that's what you started to do. I wish you'd go back to that. Not for me, because I'm okay. I don't have any hope of retiring, near as I can tell, despite the fact I've worked all these years. But there's a lot of people that don't seem to have hope about the next rent, even though they work hard. So I want you to consider that. I would like you to consider that. You can do what you want, but I remember feeling that you were doing something great then. Maybe consider going back to that. That's what I wanted to say tonight on this Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas, everybody upcoming. Happy Hanukkah to everybody else, and whatever other people believe. That's neither here nor there. It's just that we're all human beings, and we need to live together and do things properly towards one another. And this is a good time to say it.